Students, I hope you all be clear with the yesterday's introduction and finding out the current ratio. Let's move on to another problem. Following particulars are given to you. Calculate the liquidity ratio and comment upon the short-term financial position of the company. The information has been given to you. So let's start with the solution. In the problem they have asked us to calculate the liquidity ratio and also comment on the short-term financial position of the company. Okay. Liquidity ratio, there are two types of liquidity ratio. One is current ratio and second one is quick ratio. The information has been given to us. So first we will be finding out the current ratio. What's the formula for current ratio? It is current assets divided by current liabilities. So in this problem, what are the current assets? Let's take down. Trade investment. Are trade investment current assets? No. Marketable securities? Yes. What is marketable securities? They are nothing but short-term investment. So we will be writing marketable securities plus tangible fixed assets, no, as they are not current assets. Intangible assets, no. Trade receivables, yes. Under trade receivables, the amount is 2 lakh and less provision for doubtful debt. So, which amount will we take? Will we take 2 lakh or 1,80,000? We will be taking 1,80,000, right? Why? Because we do not take provision for bad debts. Then next one, cash and bank balance, yes. Cash and bank balance. Next, trade payable is liability, rent payable liability, dividend payable liabilities. Then we have inventories, long-term borrowing liability, short-term borrowing liability, short-term provisions liability. Income tax paid in advance is a asset. Right? Sorry, I missed out inventories. So we will be having plus inventories and plus advance tax. So give me the amounts. Marketable securities 40,000. Trade receivables 1,80,000. Cash and bank balance 80,000. Inventories 3,90,000. Advance tax 30,000. So what's the total of current assets we get? Rupees 7,20,000. Next, we need to write the current liabilities. What are the current liabilities? Again, let's go to the question. Trade payables, yes. Rent payable, yes. Dividend payable, yes. Long-term borrowings, no, we don't have long-term borrowings in the current assets. Short-term borrowings, yes, that is bank overdraft. Then what do we have? Provision for taxation. And then we have last one, proposed dividend. So trade payables amount 1,20,000. Rent payable 10,000. Dividend payable 30,000. Then we have bank overdraft 25,000. Then we have provision for taxation 40,000 and then proposed dividend 15,000. So total of current liabilities will be 2,40,000. So what is the current ratio now? current ratio is, current asset is 7,20,000 divided by 2,40,000. So the answer would be 3:1. So I hope you all are clear with the first one, that is finding out the current ratio. Next, let's move on to finding out the quick ratio. So what's the formula for quick ratio? Anybody? Keep thinking for yourself. Second one, quick ratio is equal to quick assets by current liabilities. What is quick assets? It is current asset minus inventories minus other current assets. So what's the total of current assets? 7,40,000. Amount of inventories is 3,90,000. Under other current asset, what do we have? Do we have prepaid income? No. We have advance tax. So what's the amount for advance tax? Minus 30,000. So quick assets would be 3 lakh. So what will be a quick ratio? 3 lakh divided by 2,40,000, which is 1.25:1. Clear? So write down just write down the small note, leave a line and write down the note. It is important to note that provision for doubtful debts is deducted from trade receivables for calculating current ratio and quick ratio. Leave a line, next line you write conclusion or interpretation, whatever you wish to write. The short-term financial position of the company is sound because its current ratio is 3:1, which is more than the ideal ratio of 2:1. Next line. Liquid ratio of the company is 1.25:1, which is also more than the ideal ratio of 1:1. Full stop. Therefore, it can be said that the company is in the position to pay its current liabilities instantly. I hope you all are very clear with the problem and the solution. Let's move on to the next problem. Next question. A company had current assets of 4 lakh and current liability of 1 lakh. Afterwards, it purchased goods for 50,000 and credit. Calculate current ratio after the purchase. Current liabilities of the company were 60,000 and the current ratio was 2.5:1. After this, it paid 20,000 to trade payables. Calculate the current ratio after the payment. So what has been given in the problem? First, let's take down what and all has been already mentioned in the problem. We have current assets of 4 lakh. We have current liabilities of 1 lakh. We have purchase of goods on credit. Purchase on credit. How much is it? 50,000. We have to calculate the current ratio after the purchase. So after the purchase, what will happen to our current assets? First one, the first solution, part A. Calculate the current ratio after the purchase of goods. So what's the formula for current ratio? Current assets divided by current liabilities. Please do not use short form. Write it in full words. I have used short forms over here. So under current asset, what do we have? What will happen to the current assets? We already have 4 lakh current assets. And we have purchase of goods. Purchase of goods is nothing but stock or inventory, which is 50,000. So our current assets will be 4,50,000. What will happen to our current liabilities? We have purchased goods on credit, which means we have to pay to our creditors. So creditors will increase, which means your current liability will also increase. What is the current liability? 1 lakh. How much creditors have increased? 50,000. So it is 1,50,000. So what will be the current ratio now? 4,50,000 divided by 1,50,000, which is 3:1. What is the second part of the problem now? This was solution A. Let's go on to solution B now. Just take down in the next line. The current ratio after the purchase of goods on credit is 2.5:1. Now what's the B part of the question? Current liabilities of the company were 60,000. Current liabilities are 60,000. Current ratio is 2.5:1. After this, it paid 20,000 to trade payables. Payment to trade payables are nothing but your creditors. How much is paid? 20,000. So calculate the current ratio after the payment. So what's the formula for current ratio? Current asset divided by current liabilities. We know the current ratio 2.5. We don't know what is the current assets. We know current liabilities 60,000. So cross multiply. We get current asset is equal to 60,000 into 2.5, which is 1,50,000. We got our current assets as 1,50,000, but we have made a payment of how much? 20,000. When we make the payment, what happens to our cash or bank balance? It reduces because money is being paid. So current asset will reduce. What will happen to our current liability? It is 60,000. We have paid to our creditors 20,000. So again it will be reduced. So our current asset will be 1,30,000 and current liability will be 40,000. So what will be our current ratio now? Current ratio will be 1,30,000 divided by 40,000, which is 3.25:1. Any doubts? Please check this. How did I get the answer? Any doubts? Please let me know. In the next line, right? Therefore, the current ratio after the payment of trade payable is 3.25:1. Clear? Take down the next question. Write down the question. From the following, compute current ratio. Next line. Total assets 1 lakh. Shareholders fund 60,000. Non-current liabilities 20,000. Non-current assets 50,000. What should we find out? Current ratio. Again, what is the formula for current ratio? Current assets divided by current liabilities. We know total assets. We know non-current assets. So, total assets is equal to current assets plus non-current assets. We know total asset is 1 lakh, We don't know our current assets. We know our non-current asset, that is 50,000. So what will happen to our current asset? It is 50,000. Clear? 1 lakh minus 50,000. Now, to find out the current liabilities, we know the shareholders fund, we know the non-current liabilities. So, we know the total assets. Assets are always equal to liabilities. So, how can we find out the current liabilities? Total assets minus shareholders fund minus non-current liabilities. If anyone did not understand this part, in the balance sheet we always know that the liabilities are equal to the assets. In this we know the total asset is 1 lakh, so by default our total liabilities is also 1 lakh. So 1 lakh minus, or even if you wish to write, you can write instead of total asset. If you all are getting confused, you all can even write total liabilities minus shareholder fund minus non-current liabilities. Shareholders fund is 60,000, non-current liabilities 20,000. So what is the answer for our current liabilities? 20,000. Correct? So we will get the current ratio as 50,000 divided by 20,000, that is 2.5:1. Clear? Take down the next question. The current ratio of the company is 2:1. State giving reasons which of the following transaction would improve, reduce, not alter the current ratio. Repayment of current liability, purchasing goods on credit, sales of office equipment for 4,000, sale of goods for 11,000, payment of dividend already declared. Under this kind of problem, we need to find out whether if such changes are made in our assets or liability, will our current ratio increase, decrease or not alter. So what is the first one under that? First thing, always remember what is the ideal current ratio. Ideal current ratio is 2:1, right? So in the following changes, if your current ratio reduces from 2:1 to any other amount, which means it is reduction. If it increases, it is improvement or increase, or if it remains the same, it is no alteration. Let me explain you. First one is repayment of current liabilities. So we are repaying the current liability. So what happens? Our cash is reducing, which means our current asset is reducing. Our liability is also reducing. Say for example, 2 lakh is our current asset, 1 lakh is our current liability. Now we have repaid a current liability, say worth of amount 50,000. So here 50,000 will reduce, 50,000 will reduce. So it is 1,50,000 divided by 50,000. So what's the ratio? 3:1. In such a case, what happens? It is improving. So the next line you write, take down this. It's just an example that here you have repaid, you have paid in the form of cash, and this is a current liability which you have paid. So write next line, current ratio is improved. Next, the B part. Purchasing goods on credit. When you purchase goods on credit, what happens? Your inventories increases, which means your current asset is increasing. Your current liability also increases because your creditors are increasing. So again, say 2 lakh is your current asset. You purchase inventories worth 50,000, or say for example 25,000. Again, your current liability also increases because your creditors are increasing. This is inventory. So what will happen? 2,25,000 divided by 1,25,000, which is 1.8:1. So what has happened to the current ratio? Ideal ratio is 2:1. From 2:1 it has reduced to 1.8:1. So next line you write down, current ratio is reduced. Next, C. Sale of an office equipment for 4,000. Now for example, if you are selling this office bench or desk, what are you getting in return? You are getting cash. What is going out is the furniture, but furniture is a fixed asset. So current asset is increasing. So what will happen? Your cash balance will increase, your fixed asset will reduce. As fixed asset is not a part of current asset, there will be no alteration in your current ratio. Write down. Sale of office equipment, for example furniture, results in an increase in cash balance by rupees 4,000, and this leads to the increase in current assets. Full stop. There will be no other effect of the sale of office equipment since it is a fixed asset. Full stop. As such, you can again take down the example. 2 lakh, you are getting cash of 4,000, your current liabilities remains the same. So it is 2 lakh 4,000 divided by 1 lakh, which is 2.04:1. So your current asset is improving. Therefore, the current asset is improved. Next, D. Sale of goods for 11,000. Again, your total asset is 2 lakh. You have sold goods. When you are selling goods, your inventory is going out. Correct? But when you are selling goods, what is coming in? Cash. So there is an increase of cash of 11,000, and you have sold goods worth how much? 10,000. It's given in the problem. And then your current liability will remain as it is, as there is no changes in your current liability. So it is 2,01,000 divided by 1 lakh, which is 2.01:1. Therefore, your current ratio has improved. Last one, E. Payment of dividend already declared. So suppose there is a dividend of rupees 10,000. So when you are paying dividend, your cash is going out. So reduce your cash, and your current liability is also reducing because you have paid the dividend worth 10,000, which has been declared. So it is 1,90,000 divided by 90,000, which is 2.11:1. So what happens in this case again? Therefore, your current ratio is improved. Okay. Next, let's take down another problem. Write down. A business has a current ratio of 3:1 and a quick ratio of 1.2:1. Full stop. If the working capital is rupees 1,80,000, calculate the total assets and inventory. So what is given in the problem? First, we have been given current ratio, that is 3:1. We know quick ratio, that is 1.2:1. We know working capital, that is 1,80,000. So what's the formula for working capital? It is current assets minus current liabilities. Right? And what is the formula for current ratio? Current asset divided by current liabilities. We know current ratio, that is 3/1. We don't know current asset, we don't know current liabilities. Mathematics, pure mathematics. So 3 current liability is equal to current assets. Correct? Now we know working capital. What's the working capital formula? Current assets minus current liability. Working capital is 1,80,000. What is current asset? One current asset is 3 current liability. So 3 current liability minus current liability. We can substitute it. 1,80,000 is equal to 2 current liability. So what is current liability? 1,80,000 divided by 2, that is 90,000. We got the answer for current liability. Now we can substitute the same for our current assets. 1,80,000. We don't know current assets, we know our current liabilities. That is 90,000. So current asset will be 1,80,000 plus 90,000, that is 2,70,000. Clear? Now what should we find out? Total current assets. We have got the current asset as 2,70,000. Now we need to find out the inventory. How can we find the inventory? In the problem they have given us quick ratio. Quick ratio is nothing but current asset minus inventory divided by current liability. Quick ratio is 1.2 by 1. Current asset is 2,70,000. We don't know what is inventory. We know what is current liability. 90,000. So what will be the amount for inventory? 90,000 into 1.2. 90,000 into 1.2 is equal to 2,70,000 minus inventory. It is 1,08,000 is equal to 2,70,000 minus inventory. So what's the amount for inventory? 2,70,000 minus 1,08,000. Therefore, inventory amount is 1,62,000. I hope you all are clear. Any doubts, please ask me. Next problem. Take down. A firm has a current ratio of 4:1 and quick ratio of 2.5:1. Full stop. Assuming inventory is 22,500, find out the total assets and total current liabilities. So again, what is given in the problem? Current ratio 4:1, quick ratio 2.5:1, inventory 22,500. Again, we know the formula of current ratio. Current asset divided by current liabilities. We know what is current ratio. 4/1 is equal to current asset by current liability. So 4 current liability is equal to current asset. Right? Now we know quick ratio. It is current asset minus inventory minus other expenses. We don't have other expenses, so we don't take it down. Divided by current liability. So what's the quick ratio? 2.5/1. What is current asset? Current asset is equal to 4 current liability. Inventory amount is 22,500. Current liability is as it is. So cross multiply. 2.4 current liability is equal to 4 current liability minus 22,500. 1.5 current liability is equal to 22,500. Current liability is equal to 22,500 divided by 1.5, which is 15,000. We got the amount for current liability, that is 15,000. So how can we find out current asset? 4 into current liability, that is 15,000, which is 60,000. Clear? I would be giving you a few homework problems. Please solve, and any doubt, let me know. Thank you.